purpose of my speech today is to persuade my audience to consider shopping locally instead of at big chain stores. When you shop locally, you are supporting your community and the people that live in your community financially. You experience better customer service, and your products are usually locally sourced, so you know exactly what goes into those products. Now, who would you rather support? The big boss of the McDonald's or the neighbor that you see every day before you go to work that owns their own restaurant? For me, that's an easy pick, and it should be for you as well. You should shop locally. As I wrote this speech, I was actually in one of my favorite locally owned businesses, Coffee Fusion. For the same price as a Starbucks coffee, I received better tasting coffee, better customer service, and a nice, warm, home-like environment. Since moving to Mississippi, I have greatly increased the amount of times that I shop at locally owned businesses instead of big chain stores, and that's why I feel qualified to talk to you about it today. It may be easier to go through that drive-thru or walk into Walmart, but here are the three main reasons you should shop locally: supporting your community, better customer services, and local sourcing. The first thing I would like to talk to you today is about supporting your community financially. According to the article Why Buy Local, conducted by Michigan State University, locally owned businesses in your area create 2 out of every 3 jobs in your area. That's 66% of your community. Now, why wouldn't you want to keep those businesses up and running and keep the people in your area employed? The report Why Buy Local also states that when dollars are spent locally, they can be re-spent into your community, raising the overall level of economic activity, paying more salaries, and building the local tax base. This means that your community has the options to run events like Peter Anderson Fair and county fairs. I don't know about you, but I really enjoy going to these events every year, and I'd want my community to be able to put these on. By putting money back into the community, you are also increasing the ability of jobs to increase people's pay rate, or just putting more money back in the community to create more jobs for more people. Money recirculating into the community also means that our schools can be renovated, roads can be fixed, and public access services such like libraries can be kept alive. I don't think the owner of McDonald's would help us with that. Let's put this into number. The Local Works West Michigan Economic Analysis researched how much of our locally spent money actually came back into our community and how much money at non-locally owned businesses came back into our community. When you spend $100 at locally owned businesses, $73 are put back into your community and $27 will leave your economy. If you spend $100 at a non-locally owned businesses, $43 will stay in your local economy and $57 will leave. Locally owned businesses also put more money into our fundraisers and our schools compared to their nationwide counterparts. Now that I've explained how buying local keeps your money in your community, let's talk about that better customer service you'll receive. When you go out to buy something, does it annoy you when the cashier won't smile back at you, or they just flat out ignore you? If so, then locally owned businesses are the business for you. Local business owners know that they are competing against nationwide competitors. This means that their employees will spend more time with you, they'll establish a trusting relationship with you, and they'll want to get your feedback on how they can better their service. Sustainable Connections, in their article Why Buy Local, states that shopping at small businesses guarantees a much broader range of products and a fair price range. For me, it's a night and day difference between going to eat at Olive Garden or Good Karma. When I eat at Good Karma, I know that I received the best dining experience I could, and that I put money back into a Biloxi resident's livelihood, which just makes me feel good inside. According to the article, What Do Consumers Want for Local Businesses?, 96% of their surveyors stated that locally owned businesses offer more personalized service, and 91% of those surveys said that they trusted their locally owned businesses more. Trust is a huge thing with us consumers. We want to know that when we put money in, that we're getting a fair service back. Also, word of mouth is a very strong thing, and locally owned businesses know that. They want you to leave and they want you to tell your friends good things about their business. Sure, local businesses could do better on the technological side. It may not always be the most convenient to drive an extra 5 minutes to go to it, but for me, I would much rather drive a little farther if I know there's going to be a smiling face for me and exceptional service. So now that we have talked about how the service will be much superior when you shop local, let's talk about how the products are locally sourced. The final reason you should buy local is the simple fact that it's just healthier for you. When you go to Walmart and you buy your groceries like most people do you know exactly where that fruit or vegetable came from? Do you know how many chemicals were used to grow it? Do you know how many hands were touching it before they landed in your fridge? Most likely not. When you decide to buy local fruits and vegetables, many of those questions are eliminated for you. Farmers Market Authority states in their article, Benefits of Buying Local, that fruits and vegetables produced locally are fresher and taste better than products which have been shipped for a long period of time. University of Vermont also states in their article 10 reasons to buy local food, that local food is a healthier choice for you due to the shorter time between the farm and the table. Now, when you buy locally, you know that there have been less chemicals used because the farmers know that when they harvest those fruits or vegetables, it's going to go to a nearby table pretty soon. Also, there's a certain reassurance you can get from buying locally. You see where it's from, you know where it's from, you can even meet the farmer. To me, that's a huge deal, and I would feel much safer giving that to my family. In conclusion, I wanted to show you the benefits of buying locally and persuade you to choose local businesses over chain stores. Now you know that buying locally puts more money back into your community, you receive better customer service, and you receive local products that you know what's in them. So next time you're going to get that morning coffee, make sure to stop at Coffee Fusion instead of Starbucks. Thank you.